So here we are doing the frag pattern on the Sencut knife, and I think I might have gone a little too deep with the frag pattern, or the ball nose bit here. I found the right speed. I think I'm going at the right speed and plunge. I went 0.7 millimeters into the material, and I should have went half or 0.5 millimeters into the material. I think it would have looked a lot better, but let me blow some of that out of the way. This is part of the learning process, and again, this is why I'm practicing on my own personal knives. But here it is on the horizontal pass. Now I believe we're going to go vertical, so we'll see what happens here. And like I said, I did a test run on a sample piece of G10, and it turned out really good, but I deleted the old format, or the file that I was supposed to use on it, so I had to redo it, and I forgot some numbers, so that's why I was hesitant on doing the depth. So I should have went 0.5, but that's alright. So I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so here it is on its final pass, and going too deep doesn't seem like it was too bad. I'm going to brush it off here after the last pass, which you can get a view of that. Yeah, it's just fun watching this thing do its thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it right here. This is the format here, or not the format, but the whole what is it? The candle G-code setup thing. That's a whole another video, but here it is. Now let me move it out of the way, just so we can mess with it and get a closer look. So I'm gonna go up with it, and then we're gonna go off to the side. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's give this thing a little brush off, get off that little excess material. And I did super glue it down with some tape. I saw this as one of the best methods for cheap. I have tape and I have super glue, so that is what we have here. So let's see if I can peel this up from the tape. Hopefully that super glue didn't go all the way through. That would suck. So let me get this off and we'll get a closer look. Alright, so here is the finished product. Now at first I went 1 millimeter right here, the first pass, and it was just way too deep. You guys can see right there. So I changed it to 0.7 millimeter, and I think that came out really well. It's just the right depth. It didn't mess with the countersunk area for the hardware, so I'm really happy about that. And it feels good in hand. I really like it. You get that extra grip. And I will not be doing the same design on the other side. I'm going to be creating new scales for this knife anyway, so these are just kind of a test run, since this knife is a budget knife. It's not crazy expensive. So I'm actually going to be doing the, I just call it the overlay circle pattern. So just imagine that on the center. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Now all I got to do is switch out the ball nose bit for the 30-degree engraver bit, and then we can get started on the next scale. Alright, so here's the circle pattern that I'm going to do, and this pass should be the first hit. So let's see what happens. If I mess up, I mess up. Okay, so nothing terrible happened, so I'm happy about that. Now we'll get back with you guys when we are towards the end on this design. Alright guys, so we are on our last pass right now. It's going to be very small. Yeah, I barely did anything. That's pretty much it. I'm going to take this off of the tape and give it a good clean, and then we'll get a closer look at it once it's all fixed up. So we're back up here in the studio where it's a lot more quiet. You guys won't have to hear that machine, but here is the Acumen with the frag pattern on this side, or the show side scale, which I'm really happy how it turned out. I got the depth right, I got the distance right, so it looks really good. The only issue I had was it's not straight when I guess when the knife is deployed, so I can show you guys. So one thing I did to make sure it was straight when the scales were off of the knife, I put it against the table just to see where it would look the most flat, and I used these 2 points, which worked. As you guys can see, about the flatness, or the horizontal line matches with the tips of these if they were touching a surface. But I forgot that the flipper tab was going to affect it, so when the flipper tab matches the end of this point with this, then it throws it off. So it's not, I was trying to get it nicely centered against the look of the knife. But again, it's just a test run, so I'm not too worried about it. That's part of the experimenting and learning process. You mess up here and there. And I did mess up on the first pass right here down below. This is where I went 1 millimeter and it was just too deep, so I stepped it down to 0.7. I should have went 0.5, but 0.7 actually turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. The depth is really, really nice, and you can feel it. I'm not too big of a fan of the frag pattern visually, but now that I have it in hand and I'm feeling it, actually feels pretty good. And I understand why people like it. It's really grippy, and again, it just feels really, really good. So I might have to go deeper on another scale just to see what it feels like with a deeper cross section and see what that looks like. But there it is with the 0.7 millimeter depth frag pattern, and I think it looks really good. And that oil really darkened the G10 where the machine did its thing, since you're removing material and it's exposing that dry G10. So looks really good when it's all oiled up. Now on the other side, I'm really happy with this circular pattern. I kind of like it visually. I like it more than the frag pattern, and you still get a little bit of grip. It's not like, it does not feel the same or as grippy as the frag pattern, but visually I really do like it, and it provides a little bit of grip up here at the top where there's a little bit more closer design. But let me know down below what you guys think of this pattern. I think it looks pretty neat. However, one thing, I think I might have went too fast on the passes, since the bit, I don't know, it kind of clogged up the design, and I had to actually go in here with a razor blade each one, actually clean out the dust or the residue from the G10. So that was the only issue with that, so I got to make some minor adjustments when I'm doing this pattern. I definitely won't be doing this service just yet on customers' knives. I want to be confident in this and provide a really good outcome for people who want this done. So don't expect anything too soon for customers. There's the Sencut Acumen with 2 different test runs on the scales. So just 2 different designs. Frag pattern turned out really good. I think I know what I got to do now in the future for just a better outcome. And then the other side with the circular pattern. Really happy with them. Again, let me know down below what you guys think, or which one you guys like more or interested in. I'm going to be doing another knife with a test run on this, so we're going to see what else that machine could do. But really exciting. I'm learning as I'm going, and like I said before, I just want to take you guys along with me. And if you guys have any tips, just let me know down below, and it would be truly appreciated. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys on the next one.